American libertarianism, while never a fully successful political movement, continues to inform and influence the political belief of American citizens. This resiliency raises several important questions about the survival of this particular set of ideological beliefs regarding the relationship of government to the individual and the role of government in society. Given the lack of success of the movement in the electoral sphere, it is important to understand the different mechanisms by which these core ideas and values are embedded in the collective conscience of American voters and perhaps replicated across non-politicized recipients. One source of transmission is through the mechanism of pop culture. This paper explores the role of American adult cartoon programming as an avenue for the transmission of core libertarian values through an empirical examination of the anti-hero Rick Sanchez from The Adventures of Rick and Morty. Through the use of a content analysis focused on the core libertarian values of individualism, individual rights, and limited government, this initial analysis does find core libertarian themes present in a random selection of episodes from Season 1. This baseline assessment provides the framework for a deeper analysis across episodes and seasons. Rick's libertarian disdain for the role of government presents itself frequently in the sampled episodes. Rick's demonstrated hostility to government and the various agencies and agents of the state are quite clear. No episode captures this more succinctly than the pilot. As Rick and Morty are seeking to smuggle contraband out of the dimension, Rick says, "I don't like being here, Morty. I can't abide bureaucracy. I don't like being told where to go or what to do. I consider it a violation." The libertarian disdain for bureaucrats, the agents of an intrusive and overly powerful state, are an easy target for Rick. They become the literal target shortly thereafter as Rick and Morty try to flee from state agents who are pursuing them. At a critical moment, Rick tells Morty that he needs Morty to cover him from their pursuers while he inputs the coordinates to his home dimension. When Morty exclaims that, "I don't want to shoot nobody, Rick," Rick replies, "They're just robots, Morty. It's okay to shoot them." Morty fires, bringing one of the pursuers down, and listens in horror as he hears that they are bleeding out and had a wife and kids. Morty shouts to Rick, "They are not robots." And Rick replies, "It's a figure of speech, Morty. They're bureaucrats. I don't respect them." While the initial count of expressions of libertarian ideology provide insight into the show, there is additional work needed to more clearly demonstrate the consistency of these expressions throughout the show's multiple seasons and episodes. Moreover, it is critical given the complexity of Rick as a character to see if these expressions evolve or gain subtlety and nuance over time. That said, it is worth noting that all of these sampled episodes were written and directed by different individuals, and yet all still maintain some modicum of libertarian text. In truth, with this text present, even as demonstrated over this limited foray into the data, it demonstrates the power of popular culture as a method for transmitting political ideas and values. How those values are received and internalized by the broad and diverse audience of Rick and Morty is a separate question for different research. Time constraints impose serious limits on the ability to collect data. There are a total of 49 episodes of the show, with each episode running between 21 to 22 minutes. While the total viewing time for this would amount to just under 18 hours of screen time, in practice each episode requires multiple repeat viewings to ensure effective content analysis. The first attempt at data collection is a cursory viewing of a random sample of 5 episodes from the first season. One final note is the irony, perhaps unintentional, of Rick's catchphrase, "Wabba Lubba Dub Dub." If the individual is the core focal point of libertarian thought, it seems critical to reflect on the embedded commentary of the meaning of that catchphrase. Wabba Lubba Dub Dub translates as, "I'm in great pain. Help me." Perhaps that great pain is indicative of the price of isolation and the radical individualism that accompanies libertarian philosophy when taken to its logical extreme. As he gleefully exercises autonomy and freedom across the various universes, there is a loneliness to Rick Sanchez that comes from this individualism. My name is Dr. Edwin Taylor, and this has been a Griffon University production. Share ideas.